And we are loud.
Yeah.
No root beer. Root beer, no root beer. Root beer.
Ooh.
No root beer. What is that from?
Oh, we should call like some streams like, oh, daily study. Daily art practice.
Draw with me.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Root beer, no root beer.
All right, let's see. Should I do like more of a portrait? I mean, I've been really digging these clothing studies, so I'll just continue on that. I don't know. Just been on the roll, on the
Hey,
ball.
Lexi and Fico Riggs,
Hello.
how you doing?
Maybe I'll practice more on like
Fico
drawing
Riggs.
the chair.
Fico Riggs, the traitor. The
What?
conspirator.
Oh, I know why. They got us good.
Shirts. Yeah, guess
Thank
what we
you.
got? Guess what we got? People were complaining that I always wear white shirts.
And we wear the same thing all the time.
Oh no, it's a
Hey,
little bit
Midnight Cup.
see-through. That's whatever.
Yeah. Did you say free? Heck yeah,
Root beer,
free.
no root beer.
Free art lessons. Let's go. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll try going for more of like a. Well, I've been going for more of a graphic approach for a while these days. But even more so, graphic style.
Tori said code Miki Biki.
Oh,
Wait.
wait, that's genius.
That would be
That is
genius.
genius.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I was thinking like AAS or something, but like literally
Just Miki Biki.
Miki Biki. Miki Biki.
Forced to do Miki Biki.
How is everybody doing?
Yeah.
Where content updates? Freeze.
Okay, how does this fold work? Okay, it's a
Art
bent arm.
lessons. There we go. Hello. No, you're not
Hello.
late. We've been live for 2 minutes.
Yep.
Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes.
You are absolutely not late.
Ooh, I like the seam line going around this.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum,
Hello,
bum, bum.
Star. She is using an iPad Pro 13-inch.
Yes,
with
I
Procreate.
am.
And the brush is for free on our linky on our profile.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
Mm-mm.
You know, maybe it would be better if I turn this into like a reference photo. So let me go to canvas, reference on.
Meow meow
Image.
meow. Hey, Fox, Lau, let's see, Dahlia. Hey, how's it going? Midnight Cup, Buxy, Faye, Nezutari.
Hello.
My new favorite artist.
Yes.
Nezutari is like my new favorite artist. Soul, Pion. Hello,
Ah.
hello. You have choir audition soon. You're so nervous. Just send them my mixtape.
Do you even
Like-
have a mixtape, Brett?
Yeah. Just
Um,
clip my singing from a stream and send it to them. You'll get accepted immediately.
They will have your name reversed. Have you seen that? Oh yeah. 2 people have our names reversed as their user as their display name, and I thought it's really funny.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on in the Discord
It's
server.
Probably because it's April Fools.
Ha ha ha. I mean, funny, got us.
Wow.
Haha, really nice joke. Definitely got us.
Fox, I think you'll do great. Just try your best. You have a very good voice. Have confidence in yourself. Just YOLO it.
Okay. Composition tips. Yes, we can talk about composition tips.
Yes.
Let
We can also
me-
talk about how to render later on. So if you want, you could be a bit more specific with what you want to learn about rendering.
Yes. Rendering. Rendering. Composition. Why are these stinking words so long?
We're going to
Chat,
talk about
Ask about
rendering.
shorter words, like things that
Comps.
are shorter.
Composition equals comps.
Like, why not ask about, like, the letter A? I don't know.
Yeah, literally. Okay, I got to make this pretty now. We got this. We got that. Okay, now it's time to make things more interesting.
Composition tips. Yes, we can talk about that. We'll talk about, what the heck is it called?
Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor lighting paint.
Yes, we'll talk about that a little bit.
This stuff right here.
Lesson on how to pick colors. Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
we can pick
How?
colors.
I'm gonna try something a little bit different today. To pick colors. Rendering. Yes. I don't know if I saw it. I'm not sure. What are the classes you guys made? We have an online school that's basically like kind of like a college replacement. It has a whole bunch of different fundamentals classes. It is on 20% off sale right now with the code SPRING, but it's a full complete package. It's like if you want something that will take you through all of the basics and, you know, you start from the very, very beginning and go all the way through to where you're literally making like full colored characters in painted backgrounds with perspective and composition and lighting. That is what this is for. There are a bunch of different classes that are geared towards equipping you with those fundamental skills you need to draw from imagination.
Yeah.
So this is just different stuff from it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of jumping through random stuff.
I am kind of jumping through a bit of stuff as you're
This
talking
is like
about
from
it.
the character design class. There's a anatomy and figure drawing class, 12 weeks long. There's a clothing and costume drawing class, 14 weeks long. There's a perspective class, 14 weeks long.
Stuff
There's
like
a
this.
rendering and painting and lighting class, 14 weeks long. There's a character design class, 14 weeks long. And so we bring you through all of this stuff. It's kind of like if you went to a trade school or a college that just focuses on those essential drawing skills.
Yep. And we start you from the very beginning. So that is our program, our anime art school
For
program.
shortening, like we could talk a little bit about foreshortening.
Sure.
Oh, another long word, thank you, by the way.
Foreshortening.
Okay, rendering. We could talk a little bit about that.
Yep, we can.
Hey, I mean, if you want to talk about rendering with this outfit, like
sure,
that would also
absolutely. I can definitely do that.
be good. Is it only fundamentals? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, there's not much else to art than the fundamentals, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't-
guess it depends on what your definition of fundamentals is.
Or yeah.
But yeah, like that's it. The only thing between, you know, an amateur and a professional artist is a lot of practice in the fundamentals, which is what this school focuses on.
There we go. Yeah.
Can
I
you
can
do
talk a
one
little
about
bit
the
about
number
rendering.
2? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Very short. 2.
2.
2. 2.
So when I render clothes, or just anything in general, I would try to find like the basic form of something. And if I know how to shade like a box, in general, like, you know, have a general 1, 2, 3 read, like light, medium, dark, then I can use that with clothing. So like if I look at this reference, for example,
Is it
let
the
me
12-month
move
one?
this over.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's a year-long. Do we take students from other countries? Yes. Anybody can
Yes.
take it. You can sign up and get it. It's self-paced, and you have it forever.
Yeah.
Um,
So once again, I'll show the card real quick. So this is our 20% off spring sale for our anime art school.
Are you going to talk about foreshortening? We can. I wrote it down. So, like, rendering basically is the big secret, all right? I will tell you guys the big secret to rendering, so listen closely. The big secret to rendering comes before the rendering part.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from separating your light and your dark in the artwork
Like,
and very carefully structuring your value ranges, like your groups.
yeah.
Most like professional painters will generally not use more than 5 values, like 5 shades of lightness and darkness in an entire painting. They try to keep it 5 or less, because once you start getting more than 5, it can start to get a little bit confusing.
Yeah. So
And
when
so they'll use a lot of different colors, but they'll keep their shapes and their value ranges really carefully organized.
yeah.
And then once those shapes are organized, they will decide what type of edges am I going to use between those shapes. Am I going to use hard edges, which change very abruptly from one value to another? Am I going to use soft edges, which changes slowly? Or am I going to use lost edges, which basically doesn't really change at all? And so the thing that Christina's drawing right now is the first and most important part to rendering, which is separating what is light and what is dark.
Yep. What is light? What is dark? Once that's all separated, it's separating things into laundry, right? Think of rendering like separating your laundry, I guess. So you got this one big laundry pile, and if you mix all your darks and all your lights, it becomes a very muddy pile. So yeah, like you get like, you know, really dingy lights and weird colors mixed in.
Homie. There it goes. This is not stretchy shirt.
So you have like a bunch of piles of laundry, and this is what creates muddy colors, right? So then you have to separate your lights and your darks. All your darks go in this bin, and all your lights go in this bin. But we also have darks within darks and lights within lights. So then you separate the lights into, another category of lights and your highlights, and then this into your darks and your darker darks. And then in the middle is your medium tones, your medium value clothes. And so this is what creates a 5 value system, which actually makes things really organized. So right now what I'm doing here with this cloth is light dark. So now I'm thinking darker darks, lighter lights, or somewhere in between.
Are you taking notes in the chat on YouTube, Soul? You want to learn the rendering that looks like picture? This is it. This is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
So I'm going to do it in real time here.
Do this exact same thing. I did a study. Did I save that study?
I don't know if you did.
Where's my little, I might not have saved it. I might have to bring it up. But, I teach the rendering classes. Christina's very good at rendering as well. She's really good at doing studies. But I teach the classes on rendering. So this is like something that I did from Imagination. This is a couple of years old. This is something that we did yesterday on live stream from start to finish. Did the whole thing on live, and we talked a lot about this kind of stuff on stream. Very interesting, very useful. Yesterday we also talked about like how to choose colors and put them in a shot. I guess I merged it, but we'll talk a little bit more about rendering and stuff today. I'll bring up maybe that study I did. What's up?
Sure. I can just kind of continue talking about it with this demo, and I'll do it from start to finish. Not start to finish, but like just kind of basic stuff.
Yes.
So
you
like
the propeller hat? I'm glad.
I love the propeller hat. Yippee! Yay! So my lights.
Oh no, you go on. Sorry.
Okay. So my lights, they're not going to be white, but they're going to be pretty bright. They're probably going to be like a cool white. So I'm going to go for more of a grayish white that's more towards yellow. And it's pretty light. So here I'm just going to block in my very, very basic shadows and lights, right? These can just be very graphic shapes.
Thank you for the follows, everybody.
Thank you.
If you followed, go ahead and say hi in chat. We'd love to say hi to you.
Yeah.
And ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
So I put in my lights, and I will look at my reference. It'll be like, is this too light or too dark? As opposed to what? So then I'll have to put in my shadows. So my shadows are going to be kind of warm, probably more towards yellow, more saturated, because this is the logic of the image. Everything's pretty warm in the shadows. I'm just going to now place everything in this shadow group. Once again, separating my lights and my darks. And I can always refine this later. This is Noton.
Hey, Eureka.
Hey.
You can't finish the comic. Most of the time, I'm just really busy.
That's
okay. Fine. Just submit what you have.
If you really want to submit it, of course. So now I'm going to think, okay, I have my lights and my darks. Now I'm going to go into the in-betweens. Like, what are my darker darks? What are my lighter lights? How am I going to separate this further?
Hey, Quartzite.
Hello? So, like, I will squint really heavily. And I do notice that most of my darks right in here is kind of flat. Like, pretty flat toned.
Like, squint your eyes.
Squint your eyes really hard.
Like this. So it kind of blurs and merges everything. You'll notice that she kind of merges, all of the shadows kind of merge together.
Yep, all of this and all of this all merge together, but we see a lot of contrast in here. So I may just need to say, okay, my shadows are simple and my lights are complex. So I will go in and take this tone and I'll be like, okay, now I'm going to add in my, my medium tones because I started with my lights. And now I'm going to add in my in-between shapes. So this is just me describing the form of what's happening in the light, but trying to keep it organized. And sometimes this medium tone will kind of go into the shadow, and that is okay because that's what it's supposed to do. It's a transitionary part. But keep in mind that I'm not going with my really, really dark darks in here, or else it's too powerful. I'm going with a subtler gray.
Do you have any tips on getting the right colors? Make your first best guess. And then when you have that color that you've guessed on, look back and forth between the color that you're looking at and that you want and go, is it lighter or darker? Is it warmer or cooler? Is it more saturated or less saturated? And then make a second guess and then repeat that same process. Within like 2 or 3 attempts, you'll have very, very, very close color.
Yep. And you can see I'm starting to divide my lights within my lights. So this is my laundry basket, and I'm keeping it organized. And sometimes what I'll do is I will take my shadow color and kind of just like grab it into the light and kind of have it pull in a little bit, because that's what happens in here. The shadow will kind of crawl into the light as it goes towards the light. And then you'll start seeing that it's more like getting more accurate to the reference, and stuff like that. Right, but in the end, I'm still describing form. I'm thinking of this as a box. So like this to here, this to me is this leg. Here's the side of the box. Here's the top of the box. Right, here's the semi-lit side of the box. It's a 1, 2, 3 read for the most part. And the folds are also 3D forms. So I'm just describing all of that. So now this is starting to look more cohesive.
And it's already like very much starting to look like the thing. Like just
exactly.
the sleeve looks like a sleeve already, because it's got a lit side, it's got a dark side, and it's got some of those shadow shapes that tend to show up in folds kind of crawling over the sleeve, like wrapping around it. And you know, we talk about this all the time on stream, but it's basically this, right? The sleeve is like a cylinder, and Christina's kind of got this sort of concept going on, right? Like this. Right? And now I'm describing it with a line, but what Christina's done is she's just gone, we got a lit side, we got a dark side, and how does that look exactly? And it's basically like this, right?
It's crawling over. Yeah.
It's like crawling over. So this is describing form. And that's how she's made that sleeve look like a sleeve already, because, you know, the light hitting the three-dimensional form is coming in. And these are obviously like cylinders, right? It'd be like cylindrical shapes on a larger cylinder. So these are like mini cylinders on a big cylinder. And then when the light hits that, it ends up creating that sort of a look. So it's like you look at the reference, but you look to understand the reference. Like, oh, this is a cylinder. Oh, this is like kind of a little bit of a spiral going around the cylinder. It's like mini cylinders on a big cylinder. You're informed by the reference, but you're really kind of recreating it rather than copying.
Yeah. And that's exactly the process that I used to do this. Same process. Same process.
This brush is available for free on our profile. You can go find it there. On our linky on our bio.
Yep. In fact, I really like this kind of cool tone here, so I'm gonna go in with a cooler.
Those shirts
cooler
you're in
light.
love. Awesome. Got them on TikTok shop.
So here's an interesting thing. I'm gonna change the tone of my light to something that's cool, but I'm going to make sure that my value still reads as a light. So I can go in, and now this is a little bit darker in person because it's the exposure, but once I put in this shape, it will still look really good because the shapes are correct. This describing the form correctly, and it's not becoming a crazy dark.
And you'll notice that Christina hasn't introduced more values. She's created a transition between the two values. Like, look at that sleeve, okay? Like, do you want to zoom into your sleeve really quick?
Yeah,
right?
this one right here.
So you'll notice that the sleeve, even though it has a little bit of soft and hard edges, it's still two values, right? It's like you have this and you have this. And even though in a couple of areas she's created softness between them, she hasn't made a new value and gone, now I'm going to start painting with this tone. And, oh, I'm going to start painting with this tone. She's basically only working with this single dark, this single light, you know, here. And then she's kind of blending them together, which is like creating a soft edge, which is not adding an extra value. It's just creating a transition between them. Kind of looks like a face.
It kind of literally does look like a face.
You'll see on her sleeve, she has not added an extra value.
Nope. It's just this same value, but with a slightly lower opacity because it's transitioning to the light. That's all I'm doing.
It's very
And
it's very
methodical.
important. Yeah. What's up?
It's very methodical too.
Yeah.
And then you'll notice darker darks right in here, but it's very minimal. I know, I interrupted you.
No, not at all.
And so then this is where I'm like, okay, I do notice that I have shadows within shadows. That is just because, you know, they're in the shadow side here, there's still light coming through, but then there's also bits of ambient occlusion or just deeper shadows. So then what I'll go in is I will go into the shadows and use subtler shapes, but not make them super dark like this. Remember, we don't want to destroy the balance.
So Christina has just introduced value number 3.
Value number 3.
Which is quite similar to value number 2, by the way.
Yep.
It's not super mega dark. It's just darker.
Darker. Just
And so now she's kind of like describing more planes and forms with that third value. She's keeping her lights and her dark separated, right? Like bucket number 1 has a new value in it. Bucket number 2 has a new value in it, right? Like
Yep.
bucket number 1 has this value now. Bucket number 2 has this value now. And this value never goes into bucket number 1. This value never goes into bucket number 2. They're like kept separated. They're kept apart from each other, like a
Divided.
bento box.
It is like a bento box. Exactly.
How can you identify hard and soft edges and such? I mean, first you look for them, but
Yeah.
secondly, if a form is turning away from the light slowly, it'll have a soft edge. If something has a cast shadow, it'll generally have a hard edge. There's different reasons for that.
So look. Soft edge because it's a form shadow.
Yup.
But in some areas, like, let me think, it's kind of hard to find. Oh, yeah, like here, for example, harsher, like, light will create harder shadows, so you'll see harder edges. But areas where there's, like, transition, you'll find softer. Like, here's kind of sharp. This is sharp. This is sharp. But then in between, it's almost like a sandwich. Like, starts with hard, then hard, and then kind of goes into soft if there's, like, you know, a milder transition. So generally, this is where, like, the basic forms kind of come in. You'll notice that when you shade a box, I'm not doing this right. Okay. So like when you shade a box, you'll see a lot of harder edges. But when you shade a cylinder, because of the speed of how the shadow transitions around the form, you'll generally get softer shadows sometimes. But like that depends on the light source, depends on the hardness of the light. So like the more diffused your light, the softer the shadows. But the harder the light is, the sharper it is. But when the light is slowly turning around the form, you'll get more of like a fuzz. But with sharper angled forms like this, it'll be like, yeah, just sharper. And then, you know, you kind of just look for that. Look for those signs, right? Oh, that looks really good. Would you say that this lesson applies to fog or smoke?
It would, yeah, I mean, this is like general principles. These are like general foundational principles, so it would apply regardless of subject matter.
Yeah.
Fog or smoke just kind of tends to overlay something and make it feel like a little bit maybe lighter. Well, not necessarily smoke.
So like also, you know, hard and soft edges can be more of a stylistic choice. Like you don't have to you don't have to have a mixture. You can only have like a bit. Like for instance, cell shading. Most of the cell shading is hard edges because that is just the simplicity of the cell shaded style. And that other people focus primarily on soft shadows, but they know the balance of hard and soft edges. It's just they use it more like artistically. And so then I'm looking for like transitions between, okay, here's my light and shadow, but I want this to have more of a gradient. And then I look for gradients. Like that's another thing that I look for when rendering is like, what's the lightness to darkness and what's the speed? It's right there.
Can you make that smaller or no? Is that as small as it goes?
I don't know. Let me see.
How do you make it smaller? Oh, there it goes.
Like that. But that's about as small as it can go.
Okay. You just can't see it super well on TikTok.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
So maybe just have it like there.
Yeah.
What is cell shading? Cell shading was developed for animation. They would paint on cells that were transparent, and you had to paint with 100% opacity, like you can't see through it. So it gives it a specific look. It's like, you paint on cells with opaque colors that you can't see through. So there's basically no gradients or transitions. Every edge is a hard edge. And it's popular for like cartoon anime-ish styles to use cell shading. It's very efficient.
It is. And nowadays, anime also uses like gradients and stuff, and they hand paint things as well.
Yeah, this is like way back in the day.
Yeah. And so I will treat like faces the same way. Light and my dark, like light and dark separation. Like here's my dark, and then here's a little bit of light. And then everything else is just abstract. It's just simplifications. Like sometimes, like with these studies, I don't even paint the face at all. I just kind of paint the planes, and that's it. Like maybe I'll occasionally imply a little bit of the eye, like right here, but that's like a very particular shape that is caused by the eye socket. And so when you're painting or when you're rendering, like you're describing these forms, but you're not like describing it fully.
Before practicing rendering, should I practice form a lot? I think that, yeah, like you can't render without form. Rendering is just another way to describe form. So rendering is practicing form. But if you mean like drawing form, I would very much recommend do a lot of perspective, dimensional drawing, form drawing. You know, developing the ability to draw in 3D is a skill that you just kind of want to always be working on long term because it's essential. We have rendering tips, this is kind of rendering as well. Yeah, rendering a lot of the time for a lot of people kind of takes on like this mystical thing, like you'll like block in your lights and your darks and people will be like, yeah, but how do you render it?
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is rendered, like, or this is the underlying structure of the rendering. Like, this is the secret to rendering, is you're not changing it from this. Your final version of the image will look almost exactly the same as this. It changes so little with the rendering. You just kind of introduce transitions between these shapes, like hard, soft, lost edges. And like all of a sudden, like Christina will block in this outfit with 2 values, and then in like 10 minutes later it'll look super rendered and people go like, how did you render it? And you'll go back to like the blocked in version and they'll be like, no, but how do you render it?
How do you do the
It's
details?
like, that is rendering. Like separating your lights and darks and then kind of slowly introducing in a very controlled way your additional values. That is the rendering. And then it comes across as like this very rendered image. Like,
and all I really am doing is just adding more shapes.
Like same exact thing with like this study that Christina did yesterday. It's like she started the same exact way. This study that Christina did yesterday, she started the same exact way. This one that she did a couple of days ago.
Why is it doing that?
It's loading.
Oh, okay.
Started the exact same way, separating lights and darks. Like you can see that the white apron and the white pieces of cloth of this outfit, even the shadow side of that cloth is grouped into the lights. And
Light,
so
medium, dark. Yeah.
It's that process. If you want your artwork to have a professional feel to it, focus on good value grouping.
Yeah.
And, well-designed shapes.
Well-designed shapes. Like this shape in and of itself, like if I were to just select that out, is a really good shape. Like, I'll just do it right now.
Yeah, like the reason that Christina's work has a very professional feel to it is because of the how good she is at keeping those groups intact as she kind of transitions between them.
Like, look how cool this shape looks.
Yeah, it's a good shape.
It's a good shape. You can kind of technically turn this into anything. Could be plants. It could be, I don't know, a landscape. Like, you can just like turn this around like this, and you're like, oh yeah, that could be something. But like, it starts with a really like abstract shape. And that's really hard to do, like doing things abstractly. I struggle with that a lot, and doing these studies really helps me.
Well, one of the reasons it's so hard is because it requires 2 different thinking. It's like 2 different ways of thinking. You have to think in terms of 2-dimensional, which is like, what is the actual 2D shape that I'm seeing? It's like, oh, it's a triangle, or oh, it's kind of like a pentagon shape, or oh, it's like a, an arrow. And then 3D thinking, which is like the 3-dimensional form of this object. Light is coming in and hitting it, and it's creating, now back to 2D thinking, this kind of arrow shape.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like riding a unicycle and juggling. Like, you have to kind of do 2 things and switch back and forth between them quickly.
And I teach this exact process in our anime art school. Like I
Yep.
teach the clothing class and I paint and render clothes exactly with this method, including the 5 value structure. So where is it? What the
Yeah.
heck is it? There it is.
Full, complete, what is 14-week class, right?
Yeah, it's a 14-week class.
Yeah.
Here's sketch. This is what I started with earlier. Filling in the base colors, finding the local value of things, put blocking in shadows and
With-
mediums.
It comes with homework assignments as well for you to practice. Everything's explained, all the demos. Like, this is a good class. This is like a really, really good clothing drawing and rendering class.
Yeah.
Like, what about your drawings of like the folds and the maid
here
dresses
it is.
and
The
stuff?
maid dress. Here it is.
Yeah, like this kind of stuff.
This kind of
This
stuff.
like, you know, the 7 basic types of folds, where they show up, tension and compression, the underlying form, all that stuff is talked about as well.
Yep. Do a lot of demos. Like,
Yeah.
do you know why I can render it? It's because I know how to draw it. And I know the form. I literally draw form lines like this. It's so cliche, but and it's so obvious. But like, do this a lot. When you're drawing clothes, literally draw a line and try to like draw over and see how that line travels across. That helps me so much, and it helps me to know what you're doing. That you know what you're doing, right? Like I can literally just draw like a line across, like do. How does it travel? And so that helps you to find form, right? Shading describes that same thing. This is why when I block in shadows like this, it describes form.
And it's those lit and shadowed planes. What's facing up, what's facing down, what's facing up, what's facing down.
Yep.
And that's what she's doing exactly here.
By the way, you can find it here.
Yep. If you want to check out the school with this clothing drawing and rendering class, it is 20% off. Drawanime.com, that's our site. It's called Anime Art School.
Yep.
Sis is watching with me. She thinks y'all's art is great. Awesome.
Aw,
I'm glad to
thank
hear that.
you. Hello, sis.
Yes, hello.
And so like notice that when I'm adding in my darks here, if I squint really hard, it's not the shapes are not breaking. I'm not going you know, the problem with a lot of people with rendering is that they describe too much. They look at something, they're like, oh man, I see this shadow, I have to make it extremely dark because that's in the reference. But if you once again squint, you'll notice that all that blurs out. So like you have to omit that. You have to learn how to restrain yourself. We talk about that a lot, you know.
Can drawing accurately be obtained without having to draw or pencil in structures? You mean like in terms of starting with the details? Or I'm not really sure what you mean. You mean like line or shape? Because you can, like our oil painting teacher, he doesn't start with line. He just starts with big blobs of shapes and he refines them as he goes. But like
Yeah.
other people will start with more of a drawing, like what Christina did here. She started with a drawing.
Yeah, I'll show you.
She did like a line drawing like this,
Yeah.
a simple line drawing. But other people, they'll just start with masses. I start with mass a lot of the time. Like the mass of you know, brush strokes or whatever. Like I'll literally start with something like this and it'll turn into whatever, you know. Obviously that's not a pile of gold coins, but when I started this, it was just a blobs. I didn't make a line drawing for it. What's up?
It's $500. Not with this coupon.
Nope.
It's 20% off right now.
$100 off?
$100 off.
$100 off. It's less than $5 per hour of lesson and content. It's a very large school. It's a year long.
It's a college base. It's literally
Yeah.
structured like an art college. Like,
Yeah.
in fact, I would say it's even better because you don't have all the fluff, and you know,
Yeah.
you can, you know, our work speaks for itself. If you want, like legit teachers, you know, we try our best to be that, you know, but yeah, it's hard to. I mean, like, yes, you can definitely learn for free, for sure. Like, there's a lot of YouTube channels that, you know, do really great stuff, and we teach for free here too. So like, yeah, it may be $500, but we also have us
Yeah.
when we stream, you know, so make use of that. Take your notes.
Can you tell us your background, like art major, how long you started? Christina's been, she's been drawing her whole life pretty much.
I have been drawing my whole life. Yep, I have. I went to Art Center, College of Design for about 3 terms, then left, and then I continued to take classes to this day. In fact, we just signed up for a Will Weston figure drawing class in the summer, which we're really excited about, and we still learn. You know,
Yeah, we
learn from
take and teach
professionals.
classes all the time.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I don't think you ever stop learning. I mean, tons and tons of professional artists take classes from other pros. They share tips and secrets and all kinds of stuff and hang out with each other. Like, honestly, learning is a lifelong journey.
Yep.
And I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do, to learn and practice and take classes. Bum, bum, bum.
I want to describe this shape. I think that shape would be
You
good.
graduated from Art Center? Nice. Were you in the film department? We were in the entertainment design.
Yeah.
I had a couple friends in film when I was there.
Oh, you did?
I didn't stay in Art Center for long. I dropped out, and because I was getting job offers, and I dropped out to work professionally.
Nice to see an art center graduate here.
Were you
honestly.
in entertainment design, or you were in filmmaking? It looks like filmmaker, right?
That's fun.
Yeah. Nice. Art Center was fun, man.
I liked figure drawing art classes in art center. It was so peak.
We were on the hill as well.
Yeah.
We drive up to the hill to take classes. It was a good time. Mm-hmm. Entertainment design. Oh, really? Awesome. When did you go
really?
there? What year was I there? Like 2017?
No,
17 or 18?
No, 18, 19, around there.
Was I? No, I wasn't
No.
going. I was working on Anthem in
Oh, okay.
2019.
Then 16 or 17 then.
Yeah, it was like 2017, I think. Yeah, I went to FZD School of Design before I went to Art Center, and then I had the opportunity to go to Art Center afterwards, and I went there for a couple terms. But I lived in Pasadena for, oh my gosh, how many years? Like 4 years or 3 years or something. Graduated in 2022. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Wait,
wow. That's so like
graduated in 2022. I might have known you during Art Center. I might have seen you
2022.
around. You had Eric and did you
I
have
was
Ray
sup-
Bustos? I'm getting distracted.
No, it's fine. I think I was supposed to graduate 2022.
Were you?
Well, I went in 2019.
Okay.
So maybe we were probably a similar year. Are we gonna go live for more than 4 hours so I can come back later?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. How do you think about taking nursing to help with anatomy and art?
I would say take a drawing class. Like, it's not going to make you better at drawing. You might know technical information about the body, but you can only get better at drawing by actually drawing. You guys went to Lightbox? Yeah. You had Eric and Bob Cotto. Okay.
I have avocado too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Christina had
that's how I
them.
learned a lot of my clothing painting. Actually,
Yeah.
were we in the same class?
Eric didn't like me very much. I shared a meme. It wasn't even a mean meme or anything, but someone like showed him some meme of him that I shared. Someone took a panoramic photo, and Eric was in the photo, and it added extra fingers to his hand and made his like face kind of like distorted. And I like sent it to some of my friends, and then someone went and like showed it to Eric, and they thought that I took the photo. But it was a hilarious photo. Like, it was funny.
We may have been in different classes because my last name is W, and and they separated us by last name. So it's possible that we. Did you have Miyuki Long or Ray Bustos for anatomy?
Hello, what's the app? It's Procreate.
It is Procreate.
Want to do an art study, but not sure what right now? Yes, the daily in our Discord server.
Yes.
Dailies get posted every single day. This week is costume drawing.
Costume drawing is great. I chose a lot of fun references. In fact, some of my references that I liked were in that thingy. Charles Hugh for figure drawing. Okay, so then you probably might have been. Charles, I never. Okay, then I'm not familiar with that one.
That was after.
That was after.
That
me
was
then.
after my time in Art Center.
Yeah, that
I
was
was
after
there years before that.
Maybe maybe one of the teachers like left or something.
Did you have Cole Case or Mora? You had Cole, right?
I had Cole. Yep, that was fun having Cole.
You guys went to Lightbox Expo? Yeah, I lived like a 5-minute walk from Lightbox Expo the first time it was going on. We are going to Lightbox this year. We're planning on it.
We are.
Proco told us we should come talk to him at Lightbox, so we have to go now.
Yeah, literally. Okay. So earlier, you saw me making a bunch of details here, but then I literally just obliterated it, and that is because things are getting a little bit confusing. So I'm gonna go in and just go like, boop, take it all out, and then instead, I do notice like a area of shadow right here that I can use to pop the sleeve out. So I'm gonna go and do that instead. I feel like it's simple. It's a simpler decision that feels better to me, and so look at that. I feel like it did a lot more than what I did earlier.
No, neither of them? Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, wow.
FOMO I'll get will be my death sentence. Hey, you still got time to prepare to go. It's worth it, honestly. If
Yeah.
your goal is to become like a professional artist, you don't have to go to Lightbox, but it is worth it in my opinion. Especially if you're especially if you want to network and talk to people and stuff. Is going to art college worth it? Oh, it's so dependent on your situation.
It is.
Your financial situation, what industry you're going into, where you live, what you want out of it. There's definitely not a yes or no answer. It's very particular to your specific situation. There's a lot of nuance. Things have nuance.
Things do have nuance.
You know, if someone wants to go and repair cars for a living, then art college is probably not worth it for them.
Yeah.
You know, obviously that's a very extreme example, but it shows that there are people out there who it wouldn't be worth it for.
I would say really look into the school, really find their credibility. I would say look for their instructors who and look at their work, because not all art colleges some teachers may not have even the work that you want to do, and you're taking a class with them, you know? Thank you for the shirts. I love
there's schools I wouldn't go through with 100% scholarship, but that's good. I mean, at least you wouldn't have to worry about the financial side.
That is very true. I would say do it for the experience, you know?
Yeah,
if you really want to go, do it for the experience and learn as much as you can, and learn also outside of the college, because learning is good.
Yeah. It depends. You just got to think about it and weigh, make like a list of pros, cons down the middle of the page and list them all out and think about it for a while. Like, odds are probably worth it. But again, it's like, what college did you get a scholarship at? What do their current graduates look like? What do their graduates' employment rates look like? What are the other options? Is it what you want to do? Like, there's so many questions to ask.
Yeah, and it's a big commitment, so it's good to do that kind of research.
Stink bugs. Yep. But anyways,
we can talk more about what you want to discuss. You had rendering, composition, how to pick colors.
I mean, you can just keep doing your study, but
Okay, sure.
that's this is pretty much what the final artwork is going to look like. Like, value wise, like structure wise. If you made this really small, like, I don't know, this big, it pretty much won't change between now and the end.
Yep.
And you don't want it to. If this is set up well, you don't want it to change. You want it to stay the same. That's like that structure, right?
Don't change it.
Don't change.
Don't drastically change it. Don't try to add too much. It's a balance to keep, but it takes a lot of discernment and also just experience to be to choose how much should you do.
Hey Benji, how you doing?
Hey Benji.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Why is TikTok doing this?
Stink bugs are cute. I never saw a stink bug before. Maybe I have. Composition confuses me so much. Yes, we can talk about composition. I would say these days, when I think about composition, I think more in terms of the abstract, like the composition of this piece, for example, or this picture, is this. Let me see here. Find shapes what shapes are overlapping, right? Here's a shape. In fact, let me use a different color.
Our stream is good today. It's been fun.
Yeah.
How's YouTube doing? Anybody over there having a good time, up to anything interesting? Back to the comic grind. Awesome. Glad to hear that.
I will, in terms of composition, especially for portraiture or people, I will look for certain things, what's the shape of the person? The shape of the person is this. And then what counteracts this shape? Let me see here. So this is a very interesting shape. And then this is overlapped by this shape. And then it's overlapped by this dark background, which is a shape in and of itself. And then there's also verticals. So there's a lot that goes into composition. A lot of it is overlaps. Overlap, overlap, overlap. Big shape, small shape. It's just a combination of abstraction. But Colton can talk more about it with landscapes and stuff.
Yeah, I would say composition at its core is abstraction. Something that the brain can easily understand and it doesn't have to think a long time about or get confused. And I mean in terms of, not in terms of the subject matter, but in terms of like the abstraction of it. Like, oh, that's a big triangle and there's a little triangle next to it. I get it. Or, oh, that's like a circle inside of a bunch of lines. I get it. Like your brain wants to use as little energy as possible, and so you want to give people the ability to not have to use a lot of energy. So like very clear shapes that are easy to look at and they work together. Like that is composition. Composition's really hard because it's such an abstract thing. It's like, it's very abstract. It like brings together abstraction and actual things that have like a subject matter into one. And it's kind of like the 2D versus 3D thinking.
It is.
Except it's like abstract versus what's like the opposite of like tangible, right? It's like
physical.
or physical, yeah, like a it's a thing, but it's also a shape, like shapes put together.
Yeah.
You know, I really recommend Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor painting. I think this explains like some abstraction pretty well, right? Like at its core, this is a triangle. There's a triangle right there. I don't have anything to point with. Here we go. Right? Triangle.
Boop, boop, boop.
Triangle. This is like 3 connected points. This is just a mass that's a triangle, right? This one is basically just a cross. It's a sailboat with a horizon behind it. It's trees with a horizon behind it. It's basically just a plus sign. This one is just a dot with lines coming out of it.
It's
it
a
could be
sun
clouds. It could be a road. It's like abstract, right? So it's like making a really clear abstraction of what's going on. It's an L. This is not by any means all of them, right? It's infinite. It's just, what does your brain understand? A diagonal line.
Wow,
You can't get
so
simpler
simple.
than that. Diagonal line. It's a tunnel. Look, it's a tunnel. It's a tunnel of trees. It's a tunnel of architecture. Here's like just a simple, bold silhouette. Simple, bold silhouette. Simple, bold silhouette. Boats, trees, castle, boats on the water. This one is just like this kind of
Chaos.
spattering of masses, right? These are a bunch of trees on a hill.
This has
Here's
pattern.
building, right? Against trees. So it's like, that is the composition. It's like, if you want to get better at composition, I would really recommend doing movie studies from like film noir. I would really recommend doing master studies and in just 2 values, like Noton with like a Sharpie this big, right? At Art Center, Sam Mitchlap would come in and he would say, if you do 1 inch by 2 inch movie studies with Sharpie and you do 2,000 of them, I'll give you a critique. He used to do that. He came into our class and was just like, yeah, do 2,000 movie studies with a Sharpie that are this big and I'll give you a critique. And you do 2,000 more and I'll give you another critique. Kind of just building off of a basic shape, sort of. You guys have inspired me to go draw, but I'm glad I found you and we'll drop in from time to time. Sounds good.
Awesome. This is the abstraction. When I squint my eyes, this is the shape that I see.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And then
Kinda
maybe
like
you
that.
just have like that little hit of light on the hand, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right, because that's like a little small boop. Kind of like that, or maybe a little bit lower.
That's kind of what I see.
Yeah, that's true. I see that too.
It's kind of at the top of that point,
Top of that, what point?
her shoulder.
Oh, okay. Right here.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like abstraction-wise, that's sort of what I see. And squinting really helps you with this because it'll get rid of the subject matter and you'll just see mass.
And then you can like further refine the shapes and stuff. But like, yeah, that's what the person is doing.
Like, I find that teaching composition, a lot of people get really bored because it's kind of like this abstract thinking, but it's like a very difficult thing to wrap your head around, and it requires a ton of practice, like a lot of practice. When I was at Art Center, one of my teachers was Ahmed Al-Duri, and he taught a design class, and we did lots and lots and lots and lots of thumbnails and abstraction of light and dark and triangular shape language, round shape language, square shape language. And so, yeah, it's very
Like you'll
Yeah,
see
like-
compositions that's just like this.
Yeah, a diagonal with an intersection point, and then a little bit of checkerboarding.
Yep. Composition is hard because there's not really rules. It's just, can you compose an image that feels clear? Like, can you compose an interesting story? Like, sometimes all I'll see with composition is just something super simple, like a person in a doorway, and everything's dark. Whoops. Or medium tone, but like for the most part, this is the composition. And then, you know, everything feeds into this composition. So like, okay, well, like let's say this isn't like a fully dark room. It's more like this, where we add like bits of lit areas, and maybe there's like some stuff, some kind of, I don't know, barrels or something in the front, and that leads to the character. Like it can be as simple as that. You know, I've seen people use shadows for composition, like making really diagonal or dynamic shapes. Like this is one composition that I've seen that I think is really interesting. It's someone in a hallway, someone's leaning against the wall, paired with another person sitting down, and then all they have here is like this really, well, I have to do this from memory, but like they have this really dynamic shadow. It's more probably like this.
You follow up.
yeah.
You didn't know he was your teacher? Yeah, I've had him physically as a teacher in Art Center. And then I saw him again at Lightbox and gave me a print and signed it. He's just nice. He's very nice. He's got a very soothing voice.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Sam Litchlock? No.
Alduri.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Wait, I meant the drawing me cameos. He's like Cole and Christina's OCs. I've been drawing them and I want to draw them more. I haven't had time. I want to draw more than...
You guys' videos and lives are so helpful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be uploading more shorts. I actually just uploaded one today. We just take little snippets from our stream and upload them. Just pop them out, you know.
Yeah. One of my favorite compositions that I've seen in illustrations is the framing of a character. Here's like a border, which is a character. You know, a character is standing in front, another character is standing in front, and in the negative space, there's like another character in here that's like popping out. One of my favorite compositions is like this. It's so cool. So mysterious.
Yeah. I like when you run like a line through someone's head or body. Like you'll actually see this quite a lot in composition as well. You'll have, say, I don't know, frame, right? And let's just say, you know, we've got someone standing like this or whatever, maybe, right? And there's like a window behind them.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
And it'll be like this. So that's framing, right? But then they'll go further with it and they'll just go, here's a board, here's like one of the pieces of the window, and here's like another one of the pieces of the window right there. And so this line, this will like target their head, right? And then in addition to that, they'll literally put the vanishing point back there as well. And then all of the lines inside of your shot, right? Vanishing point, and maybe there's like a shelf over here or something. So it's like, so now all of these vanishing points or all of these lines are actually naturally pointing towards the character, their head, right? And all of these little lines in here are going to the vanishing point like this, right? And then you pop them out with value, or you inverse it and you go like this. Maybe it's dark outside and there's a light shining on them inside. And so here's that. And maybe they've got like a gradient on them. And, you know, if it's like a medium. Here, let me do this. Like a medium value inside. Like that works really, really well. And then we could just put a cast shadow behind them or a drop shadow. Boop. Just like that. And you could come in here. And that could be a composition. And I basically just used some framing. I put them sort of not in the center of the shot, which is fine. You can put them in the center of the shot if you want. A lot of like religious artwork has subjects in the center. And then I've just framed them, and I've used a little bit of checkerboarding, and I've kind of pulled a gradient from them, and that's how I would like maybe frame this character, right? We could put whatever crap on the shelf or something, and a picture on the wall, and
Ooh.
I don't know, a shadow maybe coming down here as well, like that, and maybe a little gradient up here or something. And there's like a little composition, like a little framing. You know, we could give him hair, whatever kind of hair we want. It doesn't really matter.
I've been wanting to draw something that involves that kind of framing, but my mind only goes to a window. I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of anything, any objects. It could be a shadow of an object. It could be a branch of a tree. It could be power lines. It could be a car. It could be anything, literally anything. And so, like, that's just like a really, really quick composition. And, you know, you can get like a little bit of material information in there. You could make this lighter. A lot of people use this. Yeah, like a really, really quick little composition that you could use.
I thought of this like someone laying on the ground and there's like a shadow looming over their head or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, you know, bro, I can't. Okay, Edgar Payne's Composition of Outdoor Painting. It is a book. It is old. It's mostly text. You can just Google this and find all these online. Really, really helpful little reference. There's a lot of different examples.
It's really fun. Composition of Outdoor Painting by Edgar Payne.
Mixed bacon and fries.
Yummy. Ew, my hair.
Thank you. First time dropping here, and wow, so glad I got here. These composition are such good reference. Awesome. Glad you're
Thank you.
glad you're happy with that. Hey, you got this XP Pen tablet, but I need a new laptop. Anyone know which laptops are best for recommend? Something with good RAM.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend, you know, getting a decent amount of RAM in your laptop. Because art programs tend to use a lot of RAM, which is expensive now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You have a thumbnail assignment? Nice. 48 thumbnails? That's great. 48, and then another 48, and then a 48 times 48.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Like, I love it. Perspective and vanishing points will create natural leading lines a lot of the time, by the way. Like, honestly, nothing wrong with just sticking the vanishing point behind the character. You don't have to, but you can.
I stuck it here, at least for now. It looks like everything's radiating from this point. This is like the classic mysterious boy by the window scene in an anime. And then here's a lockers. Maybe a plant. That's kind of fun, actually.
Studying older movies is so fun. It is.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Classic movies. Who is it hitting the laughing button on YouTube a lot? I see these. I never even noticed that. Look at this.
Oh, that's fun.
That like going up.
What was the book you showed called again? It is called Edgar Payne's Composition of Outdoor Painting.
Yes, but just remember that if you get this book, it's mostly writing.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of pictures in the book, which is why I took these and compiled them. You can find these on Google. It's an old book. Edgar Payne was a very good landscape painter. He did a lot of like the West.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a cool composition here. I used to be super confused about composition because I always thought that they had to like fit in like this rule of thirds vibe, which I never really understood that much. So I don't know what kind of led me to be a bit more confident with them. Maybe it's just like seeing just different examples and seeing what other people decide to do. Oh my gosh, those are so pretty. What?
Yeah, those are
Are
cute.
those Lao?
Yeah, I think
those Lao
so.
style.
Horsey
like
stuff.
Lao, draw all the girls in My Little Pony.
Wait, that would be sick.
In this style, please. But yeah.
My little Mickey.
My little.
Bum, 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 bum.
And I would even say like look at animes that have like your favorite compositions. Ooh, One Punch Man has a lot of good compositions.
Dude.
You should show some if you want, if you have it up.
I don't know if I do have it up.
Oh, key. His paneling, like everything about paneling and comic making is just purely composition. Ooh, so good.
Yeah, like there's so many good compositions here.
I like his bold decisions in some pages.
Yeah, like look at this. This one right here is super, super nice.
Yeah.
That right there.
Bird's eye view. And then close-up shots. Like, also understanding, like, camera views would be really helpful. Ooh, look at that. What if you drew over some of those?
Like, you can see the perspective lines in here as well. Like, look at this.
The rain.
Yeah, the rain is giving you your perspective. It's kind of like this, right?
Ah.
And then here's another line. Zoop, right there.
They're all just
And
disguising
back
it.
here is a line, so you can follow these lines, and this is the grid. You know, kind of like this.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want to take that out. Dang it! I always do that, dude.
I do too.
Right? And then down here, you just got
Person.
person. Right? Here's a
And that's just a
person,
rectangle in perspective.
and then it's separated with this, which is another, you know, character, big mass.
Boulder.
That's a sick shot.
I like that shot.
It's like that kind of bird's eye view shot that everybody's always asking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. When I do shots like this, I almost always start with these two, and then I'll add the verticals like that.
Okay.
I like doing that a lot.
I need to do that. Okay.
I always like to put the plane on the ground, like the sheet of paper, right?
Yeah.
I really like putting that sheet of paper down because you can put multiple sheets of paper like this, like this, like this, and then the box could be here. And that could be a desk from above, and there could be whatever, someone at the desk here. Like, I don't know.
Huh. That's... Oh! Wait, that's so genius! I find that if I have something to grasp on, like, a box is easy. All I
Yeah.
have to do is just add more boxes around it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like once you get something there, it's so easy to build on this. Like this is such a solid thing. The reason that boxes are so good is because they're so easy to build on. Like you just chuck down one box and it acts as a perspective grid. You can go, oh my gosh, I could put another box back here. Now it's a building. That's like a city shot, right? With like cars and stuff below here.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, oh, we have something in the background. It could be another box.
Y'all got me into Gunsmith Cats. I got the mangas and the art makes me drool.
Oh, it's crazy
Good.
cool.
It's crazy good. How do
Right?
you...
Here's a city shot. What?
How do you start learning how to draw anime if you're too lazy to learn anime right now?
You, I don't know, have fun with it. I can't really help people who just don't do stuff. Like, it's kind of one of those things that I'd kind of just tell you to do stuff. I don't know. Come back when you want to draw.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say it's like laziness is...
Not in like a mean way or anything, but like I can't
Can't really...
get you to do stuff.
Yeah.
You can't learn by not doing. So, you know, come back when you're interested in doing, and we're happy to help. Like, hopefully we can inspire you through our live streams and stuff. I mean, you can stay here. You don't have to come back. You could be here the whole time, but like, you know,
But
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I would say like sometimes the laziness comes from procrastination, and that could be what you mean, because maybe it just feels really overwhelming. You're like, do I really want to invest the time right now? Like, I don't know. What I did was I just started drawing anime because I liked the style and I just felt like drawing. So like I would say take your mind away from the idea that you have to learn this. Like you just do. You just play. That's it. Like when I first started drawing for the first time, I just didn't even think of it like, oh, I have to learn this. I just drew.
Yeah.
You know? So like you can try that if you want.
Maybe taking it out of like the idea of work
Yeah.
and put it into like the idea of
Play.
play or fun or whatever. It's like, you know, you wouldn't think of like video games as work. You just go, oh,
I'm just gonna play a video game
I'm
right
gonna
now.
play a video game. That sounds kind of fun.
Or it's
right?
like you don't think about doodling as, oh, I have to learn. You just doodle. Like that's why people doodle so much, and gets them out of art block is because it's very low pressure. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I like that. Wait, I need to do more practices like this. Do you guys offer mentorships or one-on-one feedback?
Yeah. You can contact us about it. I've mentored students for years. That's what I used to do full time. After I was done working as a concept artist, I started teaching students who wanted to be. This is a horrible angle that I have to draw on. Okay, this will be better. Come on.
I would say, like, you know, also give yourself a 2-minute rule. You're like, I feel like drawing. I'm just going to draw for 2 minutes. And then once 2 minutes is over, I can stop or start or continue going. And sometimes all your brain needs is just a little bit of a momentum. That's it.
Yeah.
Something at rest stays at rest. Oh. This is so cool. I love how this is looking. Oh my gosh, you're inspiring me, Colton. Let's see. Go to device. This can be applied to anything and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything is the same. Everything is connected.
Well, anything that has to do with practice is just the same. Like, you know, same thing with like practicing an instrument. Like, if you love, I would say if you can find a way to just enjoy the practice, like, more power to you. Like, for me, I hated practicing piano because I was forced to do it. Not forced, like, not literally, but like, it's just, you know, I was told to do it by my parents, right? Or by my grandparents. And I'm like, I didn't like it because I was made to do it. And even though it was good for me to learn a skill, I was like, I don't feel like it. I'd rather draw because I did that out of free will. And because I had a relationship with art that was really fun. But then the funny thing is later on, I went back to my parents' place and I genuinely was like, you know what? I'm going to practice piano again. And when you do it out of free will and you take yourself out of this idea of like being mundane, or this idea that you have to practice for the sake of, I don't know, just practicing, I guess, and you start to be like, oh my gosh, I'm learning, I'm re-remembering all the skills that I learned with piano back then, like, it's not that bad. Once I shifted my perspective, I genuinely actually wanted to practice the piano. So yeah. And
yeah, I did realize that. Like,
yeah.
you loved playing piano when we visited Miami.
Yeah.
It was like, you were like, oh my gosh.
Like, I need to, like,
it was like, it changed in your mind. There was
Yeah.
like this extreme mental shift. It's like so many things are just like a cognitive shift. Like you're looking at it from this way and you come around and now you're looking at it from that way. Like, it sounds silly and cliche, but it's not. Like, it literally is so big because it's like the thing itself never changes. Like, art practice doesn't change. Art practice is art practice, but your view of it can change. And for some people, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. It's not even practice. I'm just having fun. And for other people, it's like, oh, I have to do this.
How do you get motivated?
So much of it is just a shift in how you view things, and it's like a deep thing. It's not just like I want to view this a different way. It's like you actually have to
experience it,
and
try
explore
hard.
Pushing your view to something else. Like, you're literally changing your belief system in a way.
Yeah,
I totally know what you mean. That's what happened. I was really, really burned out with art for a long time, and I didn't draw for, oh my gosh, like months and months and months. And I eventually got this shift in my view of things that completely changed it.
Yeah. We can talk about color theory. How do I develop my own art style or find one? I will give you a perspective shift. You already have one. It just needs to develop. It needs to be refined with fundamentals, because whatever you draw is always going to be you. Like, even when you're inspired by something, you will always make your own decisions, whether you are subconsciously doing it or not.
Yeah. You have preferences, you have interests, you have tastes, you have color palettes and perspective angles and poses that you prefer. It's just when you don't have the ability to draw them, it's very hard to see those preferences. So honestly, the solution for finding your style is learning foundation and developing your artistic ability, because you already have preferences,
Which we teach.
Yeah, we do teach fundamentals. 20% off right now, drawanime.com. But like, I really do mean that. Like, you already have preferences. You had a childhood. You had things that you grew up with that inspire you. You have favorite colors and favorite stories, those are all the things that contribute to your style. It's something that develops based on your personal interests and what you enjoy and like. And so building those foundational skills is going to help those preferences really shine brightly. And so you honestly don't even have to worry about style. Your natural preferences and tendencies and desires are going to shine through.
Yeah.
You can't not be you.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're like, oh, I love really saturated, high key color palettes that are bright and cheerful, you're gonna naturally gravitate towards that. If you like low key, dark, moody, low saturation pieces, you're gonna naturally gravitate towards that. You don't have to like
force yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to go, oh my gosh, I need a style so bad. It's like you're just gonna naturally develop one. Did you get tired of white shirt comments? No, my shirts came in, and actually the white shirt comments just reminded me that I
Needed to
should
get
probably
more.
have some different kind of shirts because I just wore white shirts every single day. I hope that makes sense with the style thing. Like, you have a style, it just needs to come out.
Yeah, through refinement.
Yeah, you have clothes that you like to wear. I like to wear white shirts. And
I
now my
like-
style's
yeah.
changed because I'm like, oh,
I kind of like this. And like your style will also change depending on what you're exposed to. Like if you one day really get into a kick of, liking magical girl styles and you like draw that all the time, that will also feed into more styles later on.
yes, your preferences will change over time naturally, and that's okay. You don't have to try and
Stay the
battle or
same.
fight. If you want to get hired at a particular place that has a particular style, you can study that. You can go and develop preferences for that kind of thing and learn how it works.
But like I would say, I never worried about style because I just draw and then people will automatically assume that I came up with this style. But it's like, no, it's
Just
true.
draw what you kind of preferred to draw.
Exactly.
You're like, I like drawing women.
Yeah, I like drawing women. I like drawing this stuff.
Toby. He knows.
He knows he's being called out.
He's like, gah.
Like people will say, "Oh, I love your style." Like this, I don't consider this a style, but I'm influenced by a lot of painters, like Yu Ming Lee, for example. Yu Ming Lee really
my gosh,
inspired
dude,
me
yeah.
to be more graphical. I'm inspired by, different artists, like 50s artists. Yeah, 50s artists. I'm inspired by Robert Lemler, who we learned from, in a physical oil painting class, and all of that is combined with fundamentals to create something that's more you, right?
How do you find the urge to draw again after experiencing a loss?
Honestly,
I'm honestly not really sure.
I would say if you really want to draw, you will find it. Like you will find that urge. But right now, like if you're experiencing a loss, that takes a lot of mental energy. That takes a lot of like emotional stress. So like it's okay to take a break. Like there's people who have lost the urge to draw because of a loss, but they never knew why they stopped drawing, So like just take a break, like if you really think you need it. So I don't know. That's my advice for it because loss is heavy. And it's okay to take a break. Colton took a year-long break of making a lot of personal pieces because he was so burned out, and that's just what happens with life. But then later on you heal and you're like, okay, I like to get back into art, and then that experience, or not the experience, the emotions will come back again.
Yeah.
It's sad though. I'm sorry for your loss. When you were doing that that room earlier with the desk,
Yeah.
it reminds me of when I would just draw characters and then just add more characters behind it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
There's so many ways to approach art too. Like you can build out something behind characters. You could compose the whole thing. You guys like making comic more or animation? More comics
More
for
comics.
us. We
I
don't
like
do any
comics.
animation.
Yeah. I like making comics. It's so fun. In fact, like, I'm like, oh, I want to make this a comic panel. This sounds so fun. Yeah, you're welcome. My sis loves y'all's shirt. Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, I bet. What's the story with your sister? Older, younger?
Yeah. I quit for years, but now that I'm older and trying again, it's just so fun now that I'm not looking at it as something that has to be a career. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see. Maybe I'll continue more on this painting because I like this. I like this so far. There we go. And I learned to enjoy practice. Not because, oh, well, I have to practice, so I might as well, like, oh, I don't know. It just came out because, well, I just realized that learning and doing these studies could be really fun because it's really satisfying. And then you kind of just naturally grow a relationship with it.
Hey, and if you want something to help motivate you, we do have a free Discord server.
Yes,
There's challenges, there's people who draw together in the voice channels, people post art, all kinds of stuff. It's real
Yeah.
fun.
She said, "You're welcome." Awesome.
Awesome.
I use Procreate.
They draw a dragon face. I'm not very good at drawing dragons, honestly.
Me
I hear
neither.
it's like a wedge.
Yeah, you can do that.
Dragon faces are kind of like wedges. I'm not a creature artist though, so I'm not very good at it.
I don't
Like
know.
a wedge
Like,
with a cylinder.
I would
on
say
it.
look at lizards because those are the closest thing to dragons, you know. Sometimes they'll have like a weird, like wide face like this. They definitely have like a pretty narrow snout, unless it's like a different species. That's kind of cool, actually. Wait. Like alligators kind of have this shape, but they're a little bit longer. And you drew lizards, Colton, with that one.
I drew a couple.
Drew a couple lizards.
This is how I would approach it. I would start thinking about like this.
Gosh, that's
You know?
so cute. That's so cute. I want to join your Discord. Awesome. You can join
Awesome.
it on our bio.
Yep.
Look at the bean.
The heck would the horns be? Like,
Probably there. It depends. If there's depends. Like you can have multiple horns.
how about we do something like this?
Sure.
I don't know.
Probably like up here.
Where?
Like
Like
on the
this?
forehead area. Yeah, perhaps.
What if we,
Or like the brow kind of transforms into horns. Is any kitty near? Yes, Toby, but he's not.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. He's eeping. What's the opacity for your pen right now?
Mine? It's at 100% opacity, or 98. It should be at 100. But I have pressure sensitivity. I draw with a really light touch, so I touch light, I draw hard. I always use transfer.
I was on the verge of wanting to quit. Then I found your channel.
Oh, awesome.
I've gotten the urge and feel like I've improved so much. Oh, that's by Sasuke.
Oh, nice.
That's so sweet.
I'm glad
Thank
to hear that. That's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
we could do something like this.
Well, I love
Marco Polo.
alligators. Marco Polo.
Maybe it goes like out, in, out.
I'm trying to get into an art school, but I don't know how to find what they're looking for in portfolios.
Do they have a portfolio guideline on like their website? They usually do. I don't know. I'm not good at drawing dragons. I don't draw them very much. I'm very unfamiliar with reptile anatomy. So that's one of the things that I want to get better at.
I want to get better at drawing cats. Cats are hard to draw.
Yeah, I haven't really studied animal or creature anatomy much at all. I'm more of a background hard surface. I don't do any sci-fi these days, but professionally, that's what I did for a while. Like most of the jobs, the concept art jobs I got hired on were sci-fi projects. Still mad about turning down Dead Space. Boo, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Now I reminded myself of that. Thanks.
Oh, brother, that
Thanks.
was on you.
I know. I'm telling myself thanks. Thanks, Colton. You just reminded yourself of
The pain.
top 10 worst anime betrayals, deaths. I don't know.
Albie,
Toby Bean.
you're cute as heck. Fluffy, chubby body.
Chubbin body.
Colton sci-fi art come back when?
You could do a little sci-fi tutorial. I don't know.
Sci-fi is
Hard.
hard. It's abstraction for sure, but you also have to think a lot about like the construction of things, how things fit together, and usually more interesting looking and cooler sci-fi stuff. Oh, nice. 10 stops away. Are harder to draw because they're like more complicated forms, especially if you like 3D model sci-fi and stuff. It's hard. Like really high level sci-fi stuff is very hard to model. That's why a lot of people use well, what's that like voxel program?
I don't know.
I don't remember what it's called. Hey, what's today's stream about? It's just art tutorials, tips, fundamentals, you know, the usual. I'd love to learn how to draw mechs. Mechs are awesome, honestly. I haven't done a lot of mech works. One of my very, very first concept art jobs I ever did was a robot design.
Oh, really? Did I know about that?
Awesome, Faith. I'm glad. Hi, guys. Just want to say thank you for saving me from quitting drawings. Awesome.
Aw,
hey, that's sick.
Thank you. I feel like drawing when left, like, I don't know, when you have no community or when you don't have like anyone that is really encouraging, it can die out.
Yeah.
Like that, it's
You gotta fuel fire. Like
Yeah.
you have to add fuel to fire. It's not like you're not this magical device that has infinite motivation and inspiration. Like you gotta have fuel, and I think one of the best fuels is a community. And that's why we built our community, is because, and that's why we stream so much.
Can join it here.
You guys motivate us, we motivate you.
Ooh, symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, our names are Colton and Christina.
Yep. Let's see. I want to simplify all of this. I love the cool. Okay. One of my favorite combinations of color, and this is more like personal taste, is blue or purplish lit areas and very, very warm shadow areas. Because you mean Lee. Like, bruh. Look at how nice that looks. So
Yeah.
nice. Anyways, let me, what if I did that? What if I made it more intense? Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. Let me try doing for the whole thing. The power with understanding color theory isn't about the color, it's about understanding like if the shapes work and the values work. So like I can literally turn this into like a cool tone like this and it won't change the structure and it'll actually make it look really good, right? Like I can turn this into an even warmer light by going for way more of like a yellowish tone and it would still look good, right? Because now I have, you know, a very, very warm and cooler tone. Like whatever color that you put in, this is a bit on color theory, by the way. Whatever color you put into your design or painting will always have a relationship. Like whether if it's random colors like yellow and green, there's a relationship. Blue and I don't know, like purple. These can look really good together because there's an automatic relationship. So now you just have to make sure that the fundamentals are there so that when you put in these colors, they will match and they will feel good and integrated. I was real. I had so much worse experience before. My first drawing was being mocked on Twitter, of course. But now I'm improving because of your channel. Oh, thank you. That sucks that your art in first drawing was mocked. Like that's, I don't know why people are just so mean. People can just be so like ruthless and like, bro, just chill. Just like let people just do their thing, bruh. You know, that's I mean, it's not really all that hard to not mock it. Like I think when people have this false sense of ego, they are more likely to criticize because, you know, like they think it's like easy, but it's not. Like I don't know. Yes, you can get the brush here.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's rough because art comes from such a personal place. When it gets mocked or made fun of, it's very painful.
Yeah. Like when you pour your heart and soul into it, it becomes a part of you, and then when people just like insensitively mock it. It's like, oh, come on.
Bruh. Our page just like randomly reloaded.
Oh, bruh.
Where'd my music go?
Okay, okay.
What
Now I'm having
what
better
song was
clear
that?
shapes.
I think it was this one. Yes, it was. Most of the time it's mocked by people who know nothing about art. Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
It's because people who are good at art are busy practicing and improving themselves, and
not
they know
trying to
how
be
much
right.
effort it takes. It's usually not all the time. Now there are some very annoying, egotistical, pretty high level artists out there, but usually they're people who are terrible.
Yeah.
And another, like a piece of advice that helped me, that really, 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 really helped me, is if you don't aspire to be like someone, then number one, don't take advice from them. And number two, you shouldn't be offended at an insult from them. Like, if you don't want to be like someone, then
Their
criticism
yeah.
doesn't apply to you, because it's not like you want to go in their direction anyways.
Yeah,
and
that's
oh my
true.
gosh, that helped me so much with different stuff, because like it's like I don't want to be like you, so why would I take advice or criticism? Because it's like people criticize in order to kind of get people to be closer to how they are, and if you don't want to get closer to how they are, then there's no reason to take it, really. And then people, like, most of the criticisms that are worth hearing are also gentle and worth, you know, they don't raise too many like
love.
defenses. It's out of love, right? Like sandwich critiques and stuff. And like honestly, there's so much advice out there. Like turning down, like people overvalue.
Criticism.
Yeah, like learning art, getting better. It's mostly just grinding it out. Like doing exercises, practicing, and grinding it out. Like you don't need a critique on every single artwork you ever make. It's like most of it is just mileage and figuring it out and doing good exercises. And you can like have a lesson, you can practice it. Now, good critiques are very, very, very valuable. However, you know, you do like 50 drawings and you get a critique on one from like someone who knows what they're talking about. That it's so much better than getting like a beginner critique on every artwork you make.
Yeah.
And you get thrown in all different directions as well. Like that's why mentorships are so good, is like you meet up once a week, you do a whole bunch of art, and then you get a really good professional critique, and then you go do another week of drawing. And trust me, I have boatloads of friends. I know dozens and dozens of people who I knew before they even drew, and they're all professional artists now, like working in video games and illustration, Blizzard, Riot, all over the world. I went to school with a bunch of them. I met a lot of them in Art Center. It's getting to a professional level at art, and like you don't even need to try to get to a professional level, but it's the same process. It's like it's a bunch of practice of specific exercises, and then you like occasionally get nudged in the right direction by somebody who knows what they're talking about. You could literally get to the professional level without ever getting like a beginner critique. I would avoid it.
Yeah.
Like I would literally avoid it. It's like maybe it's right, but it could send you in the wrong direction and waste months of your time. That's great. I like that. You don't care about people's opinions about your art anymore unless it's an advice because you're drawing for yourself. I think that's like the best way to do it, honestly.
perfect.
Like drawing for yourself out of a place of just enjoyment.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, the brush is on our profile link.
Were there any other questions that we didn't answer today?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm
Some
sure
of
there
these
was.
rendering, we talked about composition, we talked about how to pick colors. We didn't really talk about that much. Foreshortening, I don't know if we're going to discuss foreshortening.
Yeah.
There is no one way to reach your art goals. Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. There are many, many right ways to do something. And when people act like there's one right way, they're usually wrong. 'Cause
Run.
There's very rarely one right way to do things.
Yeah.
Genuinely curious about AFK sponsorship offer. That's awesome. Well, the offer that we got was from a different game, but the parent company is the people who made those. And I reached out to them and I said, yeah, I'm interested in hearing you out. It's a game called... I have no idea, actually.
World of Critter.
I don't know. I'll go look.
World of Critter? I don't know.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Yeah, but they reached out. Like, I'm not at all against taking sponsorships from games that our users would be interested in. A ton of our users play Genshin
Oh, yeah.
and Honkai. A ton of our users play
them.
like cutesy games like that. I don't even know where the heck this heck?
Hello, Captain. What is a really good basic brush on Procreate? Which one is most like the one you're using? You can actually get this brush for free.
What is it called? Where are
Yippee.
those stinking emails?
This brush will work on Procreate. Hey, Pi.
I think it's
Critter
cool.
Farm?
Critter Farm or something like that, yeah. What the heck? Where is it, dude?
I play Overwatch. Very few of us exist in your server.
Yeah. I have a couple friends on the Overwatch team, but I don't think they're there anymore. Q Fang went to work at Riot, and Ben doesn't work at Blizzard anymore either. So I don't actually know if I know any. And even Irie, she's at Riot. She worked, but she was never on the Overwatch team. She was working on some like unannounced project for a long time that got like canned. Rip. Dude, imagine getting hired, right? Imagine getting hired on a project at your dream company. You work on that project for like 3 or 4 years, and then they can the project and it gets canceled, and you could like basically never show anything you ever made for that project.
That is the kind of sucky thing about concept art.
But is that worse than not getting hired at your dream company?
That's true.
I
Like,
would say
you
it's
still-
better.
Yeah.
You get all the practice.
And you still are hired there. Opinions on using chicken scratches for sketchy lines. I would say if you can use it in a controlled manner, it's fine.
Yeah.
Usually the reason why people have chicken scratch is because they don't know where the line's supposed to go.
Clash
So
of Critters.
Clash of Critters.
Clash of Critters, yeah.
Okay, okay. So like, you know, if you're drawing like hair, for example, and you want it to be nice and flowy, then chicken scratch won't work. But chicken scratch can work if you want to like hatch and you're like, okay, I want this to be like this kind of hairy texture, like for fur. Like that would be great.
Oh, you still get paid.
Yeah, you
don't
still get paid.
You don't only get paid if a project is successful. No, that's like
Oh,
that's one of the things about working at an indie company is a lot of people are only they're working with the hopes that it'll blow up and they'll get paid. Not all of them. Like indie companies will pay and stuff, but big companies, everybody gets paid. You get paid every single couple of weeks or whatever.
yeah. I would say if you want to do more like chicken scratch because like you're not confident in it, I would try to make your chicken scratch look not like chicken scratch. So this was a exercise that I think Eric had us do, was like continuing a straight line by overlapping the lines and kind of just continuing it. Ooh. And trying to make sure that the lines feel consistent.
Yeah. Bye bye, Sasuke.
Bye. So like I can start with a line here that's short. And
Yeah.
then,
Good basic brush on Procreate. This brush
yeah, I showed them that
right
brush.
here,
Mm-hmm.
the best basic
Basic
brush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking basic. What?
You can use it for basically everything.
Literally, yeah. It's so good, dude. You gotta go have a good one, my
My
soul.
soul. Ooh, I got
Or as
you.
they say, Dalton Kubel. If that is your real name. If that is what they call you.
That even is your real name. In drawing backgrounds, my worst enemy is grass and clouds.
Rip. Good luck. No, I'm kidding. What about it? Like, I mean, clouds are not as hard as people think. You need to be able to draw form, like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But clouds, squish the value range. Use less values. Try to separate it into, like, 2 values. 2 or 3 values. 3 max. Like, 3 max.
3 max.
Like, if you want to do clouds, oh my gosh. Do squished value ranges. Like, I just draw these kind of generic clouds with a blue background, but, like,
Design a shape. A cool shape.
design an interesting shape. Maybe there's a cloud back here. You know, maybe there's a cloud here. Maybe there's a cloud here. Maybe there's a cloud here. Like, I'm designing an interesting shape, right? Same thing that we always talk about, which is like, I design
A blob.
an interesting blob,
Squidward. I don't know.
right? I design an interesting blob, and then I give it form.
And it doesn't matter what kind of form. It just has
Yes.
to feel like something. It could be whatever you want.
Right? Dimensional drawing. Or we could be looking at this from the bottom. Look at this. Now we're looking at it from the bottom. Right? Same form, different perspective, right? And we can add these little overlaps, and then we can kind of mess with our silhouette a little bit. This is not a cloud, but this is how clouds are drawn, because here's your shape. Here is your raw materials, and then you go,
Where's my light?
yeah. You know, you can do something maybe along the lines of this, you know, whatever. Maybe there's a cloud in here, a big, you know, round bit in here. Maybe there's a round bit in there.
The jubbly.
Yeah, and so maybe I'll even make this cloud a little bit lighter. So, and bluer, right? We'll bring this up a little bit. It is a jubbly. Just random whatever. And so, like, I'm describing the form with the light, right? I have a lit side, and I have a shadowed side. This is, like, the top half of a sphere, right? And then we're going to have a bottom of the cloud as well, and we can make this, like, warm. Maybe something like this.
Ooh, pretty.
But, like, notice how compressed my value range is, and now we can come in and soften up our form shadows.
Turn it to black and white real quick. So, like, notice that the warm
2 values.
is just 2 values. The warm is the same the warm area is the same value as the shadow. It's just a different, slightly different color.
Yeah. And you could come down here and go,
Bro, I see some weird clouds that are just like a straight line going downward.
yeah.
It's like, bro,
Like,
why?
and there's so many different types of clouds, by the way. Like, this is one type of cloud. You really want to understand and do some looking into different kinds of clouds, because there's a lot. Like, there's clouds that kind of, they're like this, right?
Naive?
Right?
Whoa.
They
Like a
kind of
little
go up like
explosion.
that. There's clouds that are like the poopies. There's clouds that are like,
Poopy.
there's so many kinds of clouds. So many. You know, we could soften up a couple of these and that. And I mean, this back here, you know, it depends on where it is. It could be hidden in shadow, or it could be in light.
Wait, a cloud airship.
Yes.
That could be like a cloud ship. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like type of cloud or something.
That's such a nice cloud. 3 mustache clouds in one day. I heard they're really, really rare. I was gonna say really rare. Really rare. Want to eat those clouds? I agree. They look like marshmallows.
Yeah, I'm not much of a cloud artist. I don't really have a lot of. I don't specialize in very much. What should I specialize in, dude? Like maybe backgrounds and stuff, but like I don't really know that much.
You
about
specialize
any
in Mickey.
particular subject matter. You specialize in Mickey.
That's true. I do.
Toby. So cute. Little stinky little cute face.
Stinky. What are y'all's best drawings? I don't know. I don't know what my best drawing is.
I don't
The one
really
that's
think
most
about
recent, probably, but I, like even then, it's like I don't know. I don't really have a favorite.
I don't really think about that too much. Best drawings. I mean, that's on my mom's fridge. I don't have it here. I really like this one that we did recently. This one was pretty fun. I liked this, but it's certainly not like my best artwork. It's just one that I probably had some of the most fun on. I don't really think about it. Some of my best drawings are probably in client work that I can't show anybody, but I don't know. I don't really think about it. Is there one you spent the most time on? Yeah, but that was probably back when I was a student. It's certainly not my best. I spent a lot of time on this one. This is from 2016. I was going to say 15, but 2016. I did this back when I was a student. This one here.
Okay. I remember that piece.
I spent a long time on this as a student. Like, probably 40 hours? I don't know. Long time. And I, like, detailed out all this stuff in here. Little banker's lamp and all this kind of stuff. Engine. It's supposed to be some airplane engine that is being used by a scientist to make a summoning circle to summon some creature from like another dimension. We got this little like hula girl here.
Oh, cute. I didn't know you had a hula girl in there.
But yeah, that's
Divided into how many days?
oh, I don't know, a couple weeks. We worked on this for weeks.
Okay, I'll get rid of this reference.
Yeah, this
now.
was one of the pieces that got me my first job. Actually, I know the piece specifically that got me my first job. It wasn't my best artwork. It was the train one. Train garage. This one.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the artworks that got me my very first job. I got hired to do some theme park design.
I like that piece a lot. It still holds up.
It does. It kind of holds up. Kind
Well,
of.
I feel like the cactus can be a little bit warmer.
I knew nothing about value grouping. Let's just say I knew nothing about a lot of this stuff back then. But
What if you were to paint over it?
I don't know if I would paint over it. I might I would probably go back and paint like a Noton version and change the lighting angle so we get some of that on the
Yeah.
What if I did paint over it?
I think it'd be cool. Show it.
If I painted over this, I would probably focus on like a focal point. See, like already that's working better to me in my mind. I would value group like a lot of this stuff in the background down.
Okay.
With, like, I would compress a lot of this back here.
compress.
Maybe I would pop out a little bit of that, my sunlight or something. I also don't really, it's kind of reading like a cloudy day, even though it's a sunny day. So it's kind of weird. This would have like really warm bounce.
When
This
did you
would
start
probably have
drawing?
sunlight. Like,
When did you
hitting
start
it.
drawing, bro? You're so good.
I mean, I've been drawing pretty much my whole life. But
Yeah.
I went to school for it back in 2016, 15. Like, I would probably do something like this.
I'd love learning foundations from you to improve my art and find my style. Awesome. Well, yeah, we teach the fundamentals on our
Yes.
streams, but we also teach it in our anime art school, so you can go check that out on
Yeah.
our website.
Yep, I do teach pretty much everything I know about painting in my class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something like that. This just doesn't, like, this shot, I'll point it out right now. This shot is kind of made as if it's a cloudy day. There's no shadows, like there's no cast shadows. Look, like none of this stuff has cast shadows under it. None of these things have shadows.
Oh,
Like
there's that doggo.
even this pile of wood, there's no cast shadow. It's kind of like lit in a diffused way. And so, but yet you can see a blue sky back here. So that's kind of, I mean, this is possible. If you had like a cloud that was blocking the sun right over this particular building, it would work. But I would probably like come in here and start grouping more, and I would add actual light and shadow here if I were to repaint this piece, because I would probably want a much like stronger read, like in terms of light and dark, because I just feel like it would be more interesting. And so, you know, I'd come in here and light this with the sun and light that, and then we'd have whatever dark down here. Really, really probably warm bounce from the ground as well, from like this sort of thing. And I'd start putting shadows and lights and stuff in here. But
If
I
there are
don't
no cast
really-
shadows, how is there shadows?
and they're occlusion shadows. there's multiple kinds of shadows. There's cast shadows, which are like the light is being blocked by an object and it's casting a shadow like this from the sun. And then occlusion shadows are like, I don't know, the reason there's a shadow in between my fingers, like
there.
where they meet. The light bounces around and can't escape. So even on overcast or diffuse lighting days, you'll still get occlusion shadows.
Wait, and guess what?
What?
When you look at this shape right here, like this like tiny little shadow, that's where a lot of people put thicker line work, because it's kind of like showing a bit of an occlusion shadow.
Yeah, people will definitely imply occlusion shadows in line.
I think, like this thick line, this thick line, which I think is like actually really interesting. I only just figured out now.
Yeah, it's extremely common.
Like that's the reason why when I do line work, like I will find a lot of overlaps like this, and then in these areas I will thicken, because it just makes sense to me, because that's where an overlap is. Here's where an overlap is, and then that creates an occlusion. So I'm like,
Do you have
oh,
any
that's
really
why.
old art at my parents' house? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
have
it's very good. Like, and you can also double up. Like this single line right here can act as a little bit of a cast shadow and occlusion shadow. So and that's more of like the grouping. You get a lot of grouping. The way that you group things is very much contributing to your art style.
yeah.
And again, the more you learn, the more flexibility you have with your style. Have y'all animated before? Not really.
Nope, never
I
animated.
did. The only animation I did was I used to export turntables when I designed things in Blender for concept art. I did a couple of turntables, just rotated around, and I just followed like a guide. How do you make a turntable in Blender? You just got the heads. Nice. Gavin.
Awesome. Yippee.
Just wants y'all to say your username. I don't know how to say your username.
I don't know.
Yasigi.
I'm gonna guess it's probably Yashige or something.
Yashig.
Yashige? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how to say your username exactly.
I don't think we've ever said your username before. That's why I'm like, did we say something? Missy, yeah.
That's a fun question. I love your lives. Awesome. Thank you. I'm starting to teach digital art. Any tips for teaching beginners? Be very gracious. It takes a long time to learn how to draw. And I find that a lot of times people need more encouragement than they do need correction, because most of getting better just comes from practice. You can quote me on that, chat. I've been teaching for a long stinking time, and you will get much better results from your students if you spend most of your time encouraging. People don't need harsh critiques like people think. It's like, oh, well, they won't get better if I don't tell them what's wrong. No, you better believe they'll get better if they just draw a lot. So you don't need to roast people, and I'm not saying you would. Most people just need encouragement and guidance in what to practice, and they will naturally get better. It's like at the gym, right? It's like people don't get stronger by having their workout roasted. They get stronger by being encouraged to work out more, and then you show them the proper technique and they go do it.
So like, imagine you're
You
doing
don't
like
build their muscles.
imagine you're doing what are those Roman deadlifts or something?
Yeah.
And your trainer is like, you're doing it wrong. Oh my gosh, how can you be so stupid? That's how we talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
And then like, but imagine the trainer is like, oh my gosh, yeah, like you're really improving. That's
Hey,
awesome.
Like, lean a little bit. You put your chest out just a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Just like that. You like
exactly.
That's how you teach beginners. Like you give gentle guidance and a lot of encouragement, because their practice, their improvement is going to come from the mileage.
Yeah.
And practicing technique well. That's my biggest advice for teaching anybody, not just beginners, but anybody.
Yeah.
Yasij. Yasij.
I still don't really know how to pronounce that. Like,
I
is it
don't-
like
I
yas? Like,
Young. I don't know. You gotta go. Have a good one. I hope
And,
that's helpful,
yeah.
by the way. Like,
I think it's easy to give up on art when you're the one that's always roasting yourself.
yeah.
So like, it's easy. It's easy to quit art.
Yeah, you don't want to teach beginners to roast themselves as well.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so true.
you could be the reason that they have a really not like you specifically, but if you're a teacher, it's very easy to help your students develop a toxic mentality towards art. Like, why do you think so many people who don't like drawing are just like, I had this horrible art teacher at high school, they were so mean, or in middle school? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because judgment just like doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah, you can tell someone that they're doing something wrong, but if it's like, if you're not approaching it with grace, like, then what's the point of even doing that?
Yeah.
You know?
I would recrop this train piece as well, honestly.
I'm gonna draw someone doing push-ups.
Yeah, and people hate to hear it, but like literally most of the improvement with art just comes from mileage.
Yeah.
It's just mileage. Like, that's really what it is most of the time.
When she's doing a plank, I'll just draw her kind of like.
Like, you can't get it better at, you can't make someone better at drawing. The only way to get better is practicing. It's like, it's similar to working out. Like, you can't make someone stronger. They get stronger by exercising with good form. And so it's very much similar with art. And so if you want to get someone to work out or to get stronger, you encourage them.
Yep.
And you just do your best to help them have a good technique.
I'm gonna be late for challenge submissions. I only have one day. It's like Mappa artist schedule. I want to do it.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know if there's like a cutoff point to the submission, like for the bi-weekly challenge. I don't know if we're gonna have a time limit on it, but
What do the rules say? Did we even put a time limit?
I don't
mean,
know,
we're gonna have a time on stream that we go over them. We're gonna have a time on stream that we go over them, and if you don't get it submitted by that point, then we probably just won't review it.
Does the mileage from practice help to draw from imagination?
I mean, that would probably, drawing from observation would be part of the mileage. Drawing from imagination comes from being able to understanding how to draw in 3D and design, and also have like a visual library. So like, I'm like, mileage just means hours drawing. Like, during those hours drawing, you should be focusing on good assignments and exercises, like drawing from observation, studying things, practicing perspective, composition, you know, like all that sort of thing, basically. Like, mileage is not the practice, or it's the hours. It's the word that's used when someone refers to how many hours you've spent drawing. And there's good hours and bad hours. Like, not everybody's hours are equally valuable, like, or are worth the same. Like, there are definitely things that do not make you a lot better. Like, for sure. And that's just like how it works, you know. It's like there's ways that you can exercise at the gym that will not break down your muscles. And then if your muscles don't break down, they don't repair and get stronger. So it's like, going to the gym does not equal getting stronger. Breaking down muscles and them repairing themselves equals getting stronger.
Yep.
So it's kind of the similar with art. Like, drawing is not all drawing is equal. That's why some people improve so fast. They practice really good assignments and they do a lot of hours.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to improve super fast. It's just, you can't improve without drawing. Like, not everybody is going to go to the gym and become a bodybuilder. Like, but I went to the gym. It's like, I mean, bodybuilders have crazy diets that they go on. They spend tons of hours in the gym. They really are careful with their calories. Like, it's hard.
gotten into drawing and I have been focused on drawing characters from manga, I have a lot of fun. But would you say I'm getting stronger?
That is fun. I wouldn't say that's bad. I don't know how you're practicing them, but that's certainly not a bad thing. I think doing studies from people that you respect and aspire to be like is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good to do.
Yeah. I mean, like, you start somewhere, so like do it because you enjoy it and just keep doing it, you know. And when you want to get even better, like actually get serious, like you can just ask us questions, you know.
Yeah.
We're there for that.
Christina and I aren't always trying to encourage people to be like the sweatiest art improvement people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't honestly think that contributes to a happy, long lifetime of doing art and enjoying it all the time. Yeah. Like acknowledging that there are good and that there are like faster ways to get better, like acknowledging that they exist. I don't particularly think that I'm encouraging to be the sweatiest artist. Like it's more of a personal decision.
Mm-hmm. I need to take like a lighting class from you, Colton. I always have a hard time like finding out exact cast shadows and stuff. Ooh, that's nice. You want to show that?
I can.
Is doing something like making a comic-style story a good way to get mileage in as a beginner artist? I personally feel like it would make motivation to draw easier.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's like there's a lot of ways that you can get better. I wouldn't worry too much about the best way to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Just draw and have fun and like learn foundation. Like if you want to be a professional artist, you need to learn foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's foundation, but you can learn foundation having fun. Like look at Christina, like she's practicing 3 values right now. She's practicing composition. She's practicing drawing. She's just kind of getting mileage right now.
Practice doesn't have to be like this idealized version of it. Like, I don't know. Like, are you drawing? Are you trying to practice what you learn? Like, is it perfect? No, but like that's fine. You're still doing stuff.
Yeah. Like if someone were to want to improve as fast as possible, I would straight up tell them to take classes by professional artists. Like take classes, take figure drawing classes, take perspective classes. Like if you want to find the absolute fastest way to improve, it's going to be doing classes, doing doubling or tripling or quadrupling the homework. I know people who became professional artists from like scratch in a couple of years. I went to school with a lot of them. The school that I went to, FZD, that was like the whole point of the school, was to like get you working as fast as possible. It's not healthy usually, like mentality wise, to do that, but there are very, very fast and effective ways to improve, and they involve drawing all of the time. All the time. I'm talking like, you know, eat, sleep, draw.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't recommend that lifestyle. It's just I know about it and have been in that lifestyle in the past. Because, you know, what young person doesn't want to try to be awesome and get good as fast as humanly possible at art? I don't really have that mentality anymore because I've seen it lead to bad things a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
That's a fun pose.
Trying to harness it in a good way.
In 6th grade, I started comparing my art to my friend's art. Any tips on how to stop? I don't know. I guess stop. Sometimes it's just a decision away. Like, say no. Like,
Yeah, it's
oh, I'm
like-
not going to do that.
Every time you catch yourself doing it, you go, nope, not gonna do that. Not doing it.
Not doing it. And I would even argue, like, your friend doesn't want you to do that. So, like, if you were to say those words out loud to your friend, like, she'd probably, or they'd probably be like, no, don't compare yourself to me. Like, I'm also just learning. Or, like, no, don't
Unless-
feel bad about your art. Like, I love your art. You know, because the friend may not even be wanting you to compare either.
Unless they're not very good.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they're kind of
Toxically
very
competitive.
competitive.
Let's see. Does your school incorporate character design and concept art?
Yeah. There's a character design
There's a
class,
character
yeah.
design class, yeah.
A full character design class. But concept art is not something that you learn, it's something you do. Like, concept art is pre-production. It's like you're designing something before it exists. You're kind of making it exist for the first time. You can train to be a concept artist, but actually making concept art is more of something, it's something you do. It's a design job that where you're designing something that for something else, right? You're designing, like in this case, a character for a project that's going to exist, and you're basically designing the character maybe for the very first time. So, but yes, there is a lot of character design and stuff like that in the school.
And I do have you make character sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
Nope, this is my OC, right? I'll have to hold like a beer or something. Maybe I shouldn't say that on TikTok. Oh, that's pretty good.
Juice, grape juice.
Grape juice, yeah. Barley juice.
Yeah.
How do you know where you should draw folds when it comes to drawing folds? Where? I would say the experience comes with drawing a lot of clothing studies and literally being like, oh, I see folds coming from the shoulder. Oh, I see folds coming from the compression of the arm. Like, if you do that a lot, then you'll notice patterns. So I want you to notice the patterns of where folds go. You'll notice a lot of, like if I'm drawing this, for example, I'm like, okay, based on my experience of drawing a lot of clothes, I know that there's going to be some kind of fold coming from the shoulder area because that's tension. Oh, I know that there's going to be some kind of fold going like this, scrunching up because her arm is bending. So there's like a lot of logic to it. So, but you only can find it when you look for it and when you study it by drawing it. So like I would, for you, just draw a lot of clothing and you will start seeing the pattern. But you know, I would look for tension and compression areas. You know, like what kind of folds do, like, I don't know, dress pants do? Well, they have very straight folds because they have a seam line down here. But like I only know this because I've drawn a lot of suits. So that's how I would do it. Does armor reflection become easy for you two at the moment? Armor reflection? I have to study it.
Armor reflections. Armor reflections are relatively simple. If you can draw reflective spheres, you're pretty much like 80% of the way there. Reflective spheres are not that technically complicated in terms of like understanding. There, I'm like, now I'm working on like a
Ooh.
paint over of this. See,
Oh, wow.
it's like getting more clear now. Like you can
Okay.
see this. If you squint your eyes, you can't really see forms. But if I paint over it and I do this, like you can start to see those like forms
Coming out. Oh my gosh, it was so muddy
coming
earlier.
out and appearing. Yeah, it's very, very muddy painting. It's just a lot of details, but this is like clarifying things, like simplifying and grouping and
Way.
making things more understandable.
It's like interesting because even though there was a muddy image, like you can still see what's going on.
Yeah.
But like I feel like now it's like even more clear.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like roughly painting over this. I've never really done a paint over of this piece.
How can you draw shadows when there are no cast shadows like the train piece you've shown?
Well, I've made their
Shadows will
cast shadows.
Yeah, shadows
I
still
introduced
exist.
a lighting source that, but yeah, I mean, you're always going to have shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be occlusion shadows. Or, you know, whatever. Or maybe like that kind of thing. I kind of like that
I like it.
better in terms of like rough. Like it's still obviously extremely rough, but now I'm basically going and I'm separating out these objects, right? Like this object I want to separate. This object I want to separate from whatever's back in here. Whatever's back in here. And I'm organizing my information just like what Christina did with that clothing study earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see that clothing study? The very first thing that she did was she like organized her groups and then started going into detail. And because there's no organization in here, I have to add that and then go back into detail. Crazy difference as an advanced class right there. It really is like the advanced classes are just like rigorously applying those basics. One of my favorite classes I ever took was from Craig Mullins, and he was just like, all I do is rigorously apply those same fundamentals. And then he proceeded to explain how. And he's like, see, I'm doing this. I'm doing it that way. I'm doing it that way. I'm doing this. I'm grouping that. There's bounce light here. And I mean, Craig Mullins is amazing, just a phenomenal artist. And if he says in his advanced class that all he's really doing is just rigorous application of those same core fundamentals, then I'm not going to discover something that he doesn't know. He's got more experience than I'd have in 3 lifetimes.
Can you actually help me with the necklace later on? It got stuck.
What?
My necklace got stuck
On what?
Not like on one of
Oh.
these things.
I mean, I could do this later, probably.
Yeah, if you want to do it later, you can. Kind of got stuck. I think I like felt a click, and I'm like, oh crap.
I'd have to do it later, probably.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Thank you. This is advanced knowledge.
Awesome. I'm glad
Awesome.
you think so. And the funny thing is, it's really just the basics over and over. It's like, it's just the basics, just the basics. Like, oh my gosh, dude, look at the value difference between this and this. Like, if you kind of squint your eyes just a little bit, all of the train and everything blends together. And I'm really just defining very primitive forms. Like, I'm coming in here with a cylinder, right? This would probably even help the piece more. I'm coming in here with a cylinder. Like, let's just do this in black and white. Come on. Here's a cylinder. Here's the front of my cylinder. Here's my cylinder going back in perspective. Like that. Here's the side of my cylinder, right? We could just make this darker or whatever. Front of my cylinder. I'll make this just a tad brighter, just so you can see it.
Ooh.
Right? And then this is kind of the upward facing plane of that cylinder. Like, you can see that cylinder in there pretty easily. But if you look at this one, it's very muddy. Like, you can't really see it. It's got all this texture and detail all over it that, like, doesn't really follow a main form. And so if I were to fix this piece and go over it again, that's kind of what I would focus on, right? And of course, I would maybe come over here and go, there's light hitting my cylinder. And then if there's another cylinder on the front of this cylinder, it's the same deal again. It's popping out. There's the bottom side of it. Hey, whoa, can you move that other one too? Yeah. Our Toa Heavy Industries figures were getting chewed up by Toby. Right, and I might just do something like this. and it like sticks out, right? So I'm just doing the basics. Like that's just it. It's a cylinder, right? And I'll go behind it and I'll go, how do I want to pop this edge out? I could have it as a light on dark. I could have it as a dark on light, or I could have like a lost edge kind of. But then I can maybe have color temperature in here, change that, and so maybe we get like, I don't know, like a blue back here. Maybe there's like a blue, right? Back here. Color temperature change. And then this maybe is warm. Because this is facing the outside, right? And then if I turn this in black and white, I've kind of got like a lost edge right here, right? But then if I turn it into color, now you see there's a color change. So I have options for this stuff. I have multiple options, right? And what I had gone with earlier was kind of like a light on dark. So maybe this back here is kind of like darkish. And I just go around the image and work on this kind of stuff all the time. And, you know, we're getting really warm bouts from the ground. So I could just come over here and be like, all this, like this right here, just blast it into like really warm. Really warm. Like that, you know.
Can you guys give how do you make those bloom effect from the window and the train piece behind the train?
It's just
soft brush.
It's just through the contrast. Like the bloom effect is just like I have a light value. You know, maybe we'll make another window right here, and then I just go
Softer brush, yeah.
so, like I press lighter. It's the same brush, but I press lighter. That's like what the bloom effect is. It's effective, relatively effective. You know.
Wow. Like that. I think once you get good enough, you start to focus too much on the details and forgot the big groups. Fundamentals against cylindrical. We'll just see these applied in real time.
Yeah, it's constant battle. Like it's just your entire life is basically just gonna be crap. I gotta go back and think about the structure of whatever, the perspective, the composition, the large volumes. Like even in Yuming Lee's class, he was like, he had this whole lesson on just and you can see like lower contrast, higher contrast, it still reads. It's because like I'm still describing the same forms. But Yuming Lee had this whole lesson on breaking down things in terms of like low poly. Like, oh, if you want to be able to render and shade things, it's like, you know, there's a cylinder or a bowl. And it's just like, what direction are these polygons facing? Like thinking of things.
Buck teeth.
Yeah, it does look like that kind of, right? Thinking about things in like a low poly kind of way. Like, I did a demo a little while back. It did look like teeth for a minute, didn't it?
Like that. Happy
You
face.
got a plane facing here. This one's facing there. This one's facing there. This one's facing there. Right? And it's like this surface, this surface, this surface. Like, are they hitting the light or not? Ahmed Alduri also in his class had like this whole lesson on low poly. I've taken a lot of classes by a lot of really good artists, and they share so many different things. So many different things. Art Center, although I didn't really take any of the painting classes in Art Center, but FZD, all that. Painting over old stuff is so fun. Yeah, it can be. Then you're like, how did I pull this off back then? What? I need to go and get some packaging. 2 hours and 13 minutes in.
I think I could be ready to wrap up soon. Yep. I will forever remember this. Awesome. Do it. I need to do more dioramas like this. That'd be great. Helps me practice my perspective more. I need to do more like little dioramas, like as much as I do these studies. Let me see. Where should I put it? I did like this, so I'll keep it here. I think I'll just extend my canvas a little bit more. Studies are fun. I think initially studies used to take a lot more brain power, but now they kind of are like not as difficult. Teachers, do masters still have something to learn? Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so, because there's just multiple ways to approach things that you haven't found out about. But I would say, like, I think masters also learn from each other, right? I don't think that once an artist like Craig Mullins, for example, I don't think he's ever stopped learning. I think he just still, I think he still experiments and finds out new ways to do something. In one of his classes, he tried a new method of painting that he's never done before, but because he has a good tool set, he's able to pull it off. So he's like, yeah, I've never done it this way before, so it's kind of interesting. I think in terms of like the fundamentals, they're just constantly reapplying it. In terms of how to like describe the fundamentals, like maybe they've learned new tricks and be like, oh, I could describe this in this way, so on and so forth. Let me think. What can I add to this? Kind of looks like a bathroom stall, but I don't want to draw a bathroom. Let me think. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Painting over old stuff is so fun. Yeah, I agree. I think painting over old stuff is like seeing how much progress you've made. You're like, oh my gosh, like I can actually paint over this image and know what to fix. I like that a lot. Your silhouette characters are so cool. So much attitude with few shapes and values. Thank you. Thank you. Part of it is gesture, but also like I kind of just feel. You kind of get a hang of it. I kind of want to draw this desk area again. It's lonely without Colton in here. I hope he doesn't take too long. I think when Colton does these demos, he makes it look so effortless that I'm like, I can do that. And then I realize that I can't. Like, not that I can't, but I have a harder time doing it. I'll be like, well, how does this box go again? I definitely want like some kind of bully method in here. And honestly, I think doing this comic challenge with the bi-weekly that we're doing the Discord, like it's actually helping me to improve my perspective skills a bit. Can you teach us how to draw and cut spheres, please? Yes. If you can draw a circle, you can draw a sphere. So if you want to get good at drawing circles, all you can do is just like ghost. So that means is you circle, 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 like just have that repetitive motion. And then once you're done with that and you're comfortable, then you place your pen on the paper. And so now you got a pretty good circle. But a circle isn't a sphere unless it turns into 3D, right? So we have to add some wireframes. We have a vertical and a horizontal, right? So this gives us direction, like what angle of the sphere are we looking at. We also get, you know, a top side and a side, surprisingly enough, with spheres. It's just all rounded. So here's how you draw a sphere. If you want to cut it off, you basically just imagine a wireframe going this way, like vertically, and then you have chopped it off. Boop. Especially if you add a wireframe like this. Oh yes. I forgot to mention, I finally got Colton to watch Princess and the Pauper with me. And he actually kind of liked it. And I was very happy. It's still super peak. The villains are great. The Erica's awesome. I love it. Let me think. So yeah, that's how you cut a sphere. And then you can do the same thing with just different things. Like, oh, here is me cutting a sphere from the top. Like this. Ooh. Flattened it. I don't know if I heard a knock on the door. Okay, I think it's fine. So useful applies to other shapes too? Yes. Wait, which one? Princess of the Pauper. I had Colton watch that with me. The lines indicate, therefore describe a shape as well. Yes. Exactly. And then if you want to carve out another shape, you're like, okay, I'll just draw another dent somewhere, like maybe down here. And there I've added another center line. And now this line describes the form. So now I've cut this into a little flat plane, this into a little flat plane. I can go in with another vertical and go around and around. Stop. And then poop. I drank some. It's just not a lot. That's right. That's why I just never like finish it. And I'm always like, I can't drink Alani's because I never finish it. Maybe I did talk about it with someone. I'm just like you, you're just like me. Yeah, I told Lau that we
You're
watched.
just like me.
There's somewhere else we'd rather be. Yeah, you're right. You never watched that one? Lau, you should watch it. It's so good.
Anyways, what's going on?
I don't know. I was just talking about spheres and breaking them up, and I was trying to do this, and then I failed. Not failed, but I just
That's
never finished
fine.
it.
You're on the grind. Nice.
Nice.
Benji.
I've been trying to do like at least complete a page a day with not the shading part, but like, yeah, just a little bit at a time. Let me think. Here's a chair.
Oh.
What?
Huh.
What?
Did someone order our head models? Let's see.
Ooh.
Or a book. Heads.
Heads. Yippee.
Noise. By the way, I totally forgot to mention this today.
Rip.
Damn.
Oh, they're actually on my desk. I forgot to
Bruh.
bring it over. Oops.
We have head models available. We made these for ourselves and people really liked them, so we ended up making them available. That's actually part of the reason I was gone. I had to replace some filament in the 3D printer, but we do sell these on our TikTok shop. You can get difficult angles like the Freerun angle. Freerun angle. And upper and lower angles. It's really helpful. It's a 3D model. It has some of the form lines on the head drawn out, and you can actually see they're not just drawn. There's actually a physical indentation in there. You know, you
So
can
it's
feel
permanent.
it. It is permanent. And yeah, these are available in our TikTok shop. They're really helpful, and there's a male and a female one, but the male one is not here. There's the female one here.
Yeah.
5 pages, 3 days. Who needs sleep anyways? That's awesome. I'm glad that it's been helpful. Dude, those models, I literally use them. And this is an example of like some of the references. So they're really good for lighting and getting shadow shapes. This is just some pictures that we took with our phone. We just shine a flashlight on the heads, and you can, you get these really nice crisp shadows on there. It'll give you a lot of information. You can use it as reference,
That
create
is
your
the male
own
model. Yep.
Yep, this is the male model. You can create and take your own reference.
So peak.
Like, look at those nice shadow shapes on there. So you can
So
see,
good.
right? Core shadow right here. Cast shadow right here. Look at that very,
Hard
very
edge.
hard edge. Here's another little core shadow right there. Right? This is kind of like facing partially away from the light. This is nice. This is the,
Yes. This is that.
Yep. This is that.
You can pick them up on our TikTok shop. Although, Benji's in Australia.
Benji, I don't think you can actually. The TikTok shop only ships to the country that the shop is in. So, if you're really interested in them, we may be able to figure out how to get them to you.
Yeah, you can message us.
What the heck? Why is that like overblown? like
overexposed.
overexposed, but like
Aw.
gray. Look at this, dude. Super useful.
Love it.
But yeah, anyways, that's I totally forgot to talk about that this stream. And they are on
Yeah.
a discount right now on our TikTok shop. And our anime art school is also on a discount as well. And a cup got put on it.
Yep. Here you go. Screenshot.
Can I buy these heads from UK? No, unfortunately not right now.
Nowhere can move countries.
I looked into getting international shipping on TikTok shop, but it doesn't look like you can.
That sucks.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You so gonna buy those? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're useful. We actually got new versions coming sometime in the future. We've been building up a stockpile, and these ones actually have physical
Yeah, physical
eyes printed onto them with the printer, because we got a multicolor printer recently for this. And so we're working on new prototypes that will probably be available sometime in the future. But I don't know exactly when. They look pretty good, though. Really stinking good.
Mm-mm.
It's a passion project of ours. Mm-mm.
Not a door here.
You're gonna run home from home and move somewhere near y'all. That's funny. I mean, I think I'm about ready to wrap up.
Yeah, same here.
Dang,
it was
dude.
fun.
The values of this got so much more
Oh my
organized
gosh,
there.
yeah, they did.
Like, this is the funny thing. If this was like a student artwork that someone took like a mentorship of mine, I would literally do this type of paint over in the
and a critique.
yeah, like organizing values. Like, look how messy this is in here. Messy, messy, messy. It's not bad, like the forms are there and everything, but it's not like defined. And so we just want to like define that. It doesn't even really matter how you do it. It's just like you have these different tools that you use to define them. Bump, 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 bump. Thank you so much, teachers. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's helpful for you. Would you both draw every day? Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Sometimes, some days I won't draw. I work on the business a lot. There's a lot of stuff to do here.
Wow, that's a very big piece of the paper.
But pretty much every day.
There we go.
Well, I'm about ready to wrap up.
Yep, I did a little diorama.
Little desk.
Little desk.
Area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, chat. No kitties in here right now.
Nope.
Thank you for hanging out and showing up. We're going to call it there. We will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow's an early stream. We're going to dinner with my family. So we're going to be streaming early, a couple hours early tomorrow, probably. Like 2 or 3 o'clock, maybe. So 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours earlier. But other than that, that is going to be it. Have a fantastic night. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you. Oh yeah, by the way, the spring sale ends this Friday.
Yes.
So.
Anime Arc School spring sale is ending Friday at like midnight US or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to pick it up, use the code SPRING.
Yep. I like these shirts.
They are fun.
All right, bye, chat.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming. And laters.
Bye.
Bye-bye, YouTube. See y'all.